Hey everybody, welcome to the show. You know where you are, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And if you're sitting right there, you think you got another trailblazer. Well, I do. But you also know if you've been watching the show for the last 4 years, yeah, we're over 400 episodes. Last 4 years, I have a numerologist. She's a part of our family. She helped me understand that my birthday was my new year, but now she's blasting, and we'll explain what that means, on a whole new journey. So sit right there. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, you heard me right. Sydney Van Arnam is here. She's bringing the news of 2024 like she does every year, but she's on a full blast. Sydney, what are you doing out there?
I'm at full blast. Hi.
You're at full blast. What does that mean exactly? Because I see it everywhere now.
Yes, I am everywhere. To me, I've always lived my life at full blast, and that wasn't always the best thing because cocaine addiction, poor life choices, but I was always moving forward quickly and without apology. I've always been a rule breaker. And now that I've gone through spiritual development and understood how to manage emotions and all these things and really learned to stand in my own power, that full blast is now benefiting me. And so I'm loud, I'm bright, I'm all over the place. You will find me on every social media network. And I'm just super excited about where life is going for not just myself, but for everyone.
You know, a couple of years ago, we honored you as the rising star, right? And yep, there it is. We honored you as the rising star. And your star has truly been rising. I'm seeing people from the Now Honors on your show. You're making all kinds of connections. And then you change your path with your business. And you just seem to be so happy. And I know you were on vacation recently because you're all tan. It's like you got everything going on right now. I'm so proud of you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. What
Thank
is 24 going to do for you and for the rest of us? What do we have to look forward to in 2024?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about 2024. This year is going to be a game changer for us. And from a numerology perspective, we're looking at the number 8. So if you think about it, if you put the number 8 on its side, it becomes the infinity symbol, which means we have infinite possibilities available to us. Now, when we look at that from either perspective, it could mean infinite possibilities for not so good things, but it also could mean infinite possibilities for every dream you've ever desired to come true. Now, the 8 is about flow and momentum, so it moves very quickly at full blast. And so 2024 is gonna go by like that. You're not even gonna know what happened. You'll look at the end of the year and be like, where did it go? Because it's moving very quickly. And we've already noticed that in January. What happened in January?
Yeah, it's just like we blinked and it's like February,
exactly.
And I'm making appointments for April. It's like, wait, what? What? And it's so funny that you say that because it looks like we're going to do a deal that has a lot to do with flow. And we have a new show coming up and a whole new project, a whole stage event for momentum. So we're right in there with you.
There you go.
Right in there with you. So what's the peaks and valleys? Because it's never smooth.
Yeah, it's never smooth. And this year, especially April, is the month to watch out for. We have a total solar eclipse coming in in April, and it's going to be a bang. I don't know what that means. I'm not a fortune teller, but I can feel that it's going to be a lot of emotion stirring up. But it's what it is actually an opportunity for us to take our power back. If we have been draining ourselves, if we've been giving too much, if we've been caught up in obligation or drama or sucked in by certain people or different aspects of our life, this The month of April is the opportunity to take it back. So
Mm.
learning things like emotional mastery, mental mastery, diving into spiritual tools, whatever support you can get will be very useful, because I feel like the month of April is like the turning point for the whole year, where we're going to start seeing the results and the effect of that as we come into September, October. And
Oh,
so
nice.
pay attention during April.
I'll pay attention during April, that's for sure. But I got to know something. You know, full blast. It's not just numerology, right? I mean, so
It's
what is full blast and how is that going to affect? Well, I'm a client. So how does that affect my 2024? I got to, be a little
You're
selfish.
good.
And what does it mean for what you're doing this year that's different?
Yeah, so a year ago, I left a 7-year business relationship, mentorship, and deep friendship because there was some things happening in that relationship that I did not like.
Mhm.
I started to become aware of things that were happening, and one of the things that was happening was it's not spiritual to make money, and that didn't sit right with me, and I had to end that relationship. And when I walked away from that, I started my own business, Full Blast Coaching. And so for the last year, I've been pulling all the pieces that I've learned around universal laws, the universal law of divine timing, especially numerology, and my savvy in social media and content creation, because I have been
Mhm.
content since 2016. And if you go on social media, I'm everywhere. And so
She's everywhere.
teaching intuitives, so spiritual people, seers, light workers, whatever label you want to give, I'm teaching intuitives how to bring all those intangible ideas into the tangible so that they can get paid for their gifts.
Ooh, that's a cool idea. You get
Yeah,
paid, you can eat. Just
right.
just saying, And I have been calling you coach since I met you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you're like, I'm a numerologist, blah 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 blah. And hey, coach, what's happening? You
Hmm.
know, I
Yeah.
have been calling you coach since I met you. So, who is your targeted audience? Who is your perfect client?
Mhm. I work with basically anyone who has these intuitive gifts and wants to get paid for them, and has a hard time with some fear, some confidence of putting themselves
Hmm.
out there, of explaining these intangible gifts in a way that makes sense so that they can market and sell them. But
Hmm.
I do that in a way that allows for the divine timing cycle to unravel. I help them look at all of their numerology so that they master themselves first. They understand their emotion and what's going on in the mind, then learn to express themselves authentically and consistently, including in sales calls and all that other good stuff that we have to do in the online space. And
Hmm.
then I give them a plan. I think a lot of people tend to just wing it and hope for the best, and that
Right.
doesn't create sustainability. And so, as an ex virtual assistant and project manager, I bring those pieces to the table as well to give them what I liken a sandbox for their intuition to play in, so that they're not running naked down the beach. That's for your personal life.
That's a visual I did not need tonight.
You're
Um,
welcome.
but I gotta ask you, what about the people that don't know they have, they're an intuitive? Their
Yeah.
family just says, you think a little different. You're
Mm,
out there,
yeah.
and they're not around the environment to be able to explain that. So they're watching it now going, is she talking to me? How do they
Mhm.
know if they're, have that intuition?
Well, I can tell you for sure that if you are human, you have these gifts. You just haven't accessed them yet. And so, if you're
Hmm.
curious about exploring that or finding out more, start with numerology and go from there. It's a really great way to just get to know yourself. To me, it's like the number one personality assessment on the planet. And you just start somewhere, find somebody that you resonate with and explore and be curious. You don't have to have it all figured out today. It's all good.
That works. And then, like you mentioned at the top of the show, you had a mentor who was also your business partner. Are you going to also mentor others that may be wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Yes, but it won't be a
Okay.
certification, and it won't be something where I'm telling them what to do. What I really want is for people to own their own power and stand up as them authentically, and not try to stick themselves into a cookie cutter mold of someone else's making.
So, as a rising star, you learned over the last couple of years how to stand in your spotlight. What would you tell other people that, they're rising stars too? but they're terrified of the spotlight. They're dancing around the edges of it. What would you tell them?
It's a practice. It's a practice. The first Facebook Live I ever did, man, I was terrified, but I left it up because I would watch myself every year. And I did a Facebook Live every weekday for 4 years straight. I wasn't born good at speaking, but now you put a camera in my face and I won't stop talking. But it's a practice. And so you just got to start and then do it over and over and over again. And before you know it, the confidence will be there.
You're amazing. You know, we love you. You know, tell everybody how to get in touch with you. What should we be doing?
I've been told that the definition of success is if someone can Google you and find
There you go.
Just Google me. It's really easy because I am everywhere. But my website, fullblastcoaching.com, fastest way to get a hold of me.
You're amazing. Thanks so much, Coach, for hanging out with me today.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, if you're not writing it down, if you're driving down the street, don't send me hate mail and say, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. You know, go to tigodirect.com, type in Cindy, type in numerology, type in full blast. She's coming up. Reach out to her and say, hey, I saw you on Expert Talk, and I guarantee you our rising star will reach right back out to you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You know I want you to come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.